Hello, everyone. Welcome to my channel, and I will be discussing Venus in its relationship to the devil in the birth chart. And we're going to briefly go over why Venus and the devil, Lucifer, some people would like to call it, is related to each other in some really weird way. The way that you really have to look at Venus in a birth chart is Venus rules money. Okay. So anywhere that Venus is in your birth chart, that's where the money is. And in this physical 3D world, money is the root of all evil, as some people say, and others, money is the holy grail, the thing that they are trying to access, attract, work for, and get. Now, in the Bible, going back into the Christian and Catholic religion, the biblical Bible, Lucifer is the only angel that is known as a morning and evening star in the Bible. I mean, Lucifer was the most beautiful angel, literally, and he shined the brightest of all the angels to the point where he was favored by God. And God used Lucifer to do a lot of his dirty work. He was known as the left hand of God. So being the most beautiful was one of Lucifer's very big powers. And the fact that he can attract things to him and people were just in awe of his beauty is a big part of him in relationship to the planet Venus, because Venus has the same effect. Okay. Venus is all about attraction, and Venus is the second brightest planet in the sky, and Lucifer was the brightest angel of God. So Lucifer is also known as the angel Samael in the Bible, and he was a fallen archangel, but he was banished, okay, from heaven after rebellion against his father, which was God. And Lucifer held a big resentment towards his father for banishing him from the heavens. Okay, so even when Lucifer was banished and there was angels set to have him return to heaven, he decided not to go back to heaven. And I'm thinking about the fact that Venus is in relationship to a lot of fertile goddesses around the world. So Ishtar is one of them. She's a fertile goddess, as well as the Sumerian Inanna. And the Inanna tale tells us a lot more about Venus's energy field in a more in-depth way, because Inanna was also a manifestation of Venus in the Sumerian culture. And she had to basically descend to the underworld in order to visit her sister. And a lot of things happened when she did that. So when we're talking about Venus going into the underworld, we're talking about Venus going down to hell. Okay, it is the only planet in astrology that I really see goes down into hell, whereas the other planets don't really have that kind of connotation. Only Mercury, but Mercury goes down to hell or Hades to send a message, to give an interpretation of something to Hades, to give some information when he is in hell. Whereas Venus was going to hell to visit her sister, Inanna. Inanna was going to hell to visit her sister. So the descension of Venus into the underworld marks a Venus retrograde cycle. Really, it really is. The planet has gone down into the underworld, and it's the death of the planet until the planet reemerges fully new and with new experiences and a brighter light. Okay. And Venus has been tested when she goes down into the underworld, and she passes through 7 gates of the underworld to integrate the light and dark energies of herself. So I'm literally looking at how Lucifer and Venus are really connected. Not only Lucifer is it connected to Venus, but if you are born with a Venus retrograde, that is Venus going into the underworld. That is Inanna going into the underworld to rescue herself and to have an integration of her dark energy and her light energy together, and to have a deeper intimacy with herself, as opposed to relationships with others being the main thing when the Venus is retrograde. It's relationship with self that matters more. But as Venus is in the underworld, right, she has to strip herself of all these things that make her beautiful, all these things that she sees is her. And this is kind of like the vibe when Venus is in a dark space, when Venus is not seen in the night sky or in the day sky. Venus is in the underworld. As much as Venus may want to be a morning star, it has to kind of stay in the underworld and work on those dark shadow parts of itself. Same as Lucifer. Okay, when Lucifer was banished and out of heaven, he went down and tempted God's creations, which was Adam and Eve. He went down and he was very jealous that he was banished. So he went down and he tempted Eve to basically eat the apple, which basically gave her knowledge, right? So Lucifer is basically the original sin. In the Garden of Eden, there was the original sin, which is basically seduction, desire, and information, knowledge, because it changed Eve's perspective about her being naked and wanting to cover herself. And there is also correlation here with the asteroid Lilith, but we can get into that on another video. But when we look at Lucifer going and being jealous of the fact that God is now bestowing all of the energy into these creations with their humans that he has made after Lucifer has been banished, the jealousy of Lucifer is what causes him, the jealousy, resentment is what causes Lucifer to go and basically give knowledge and information to Eve. When we look at Venus in the chart, you need to look at Venus in the chart as your original sin, as the thing that you are trying to have, hold, possess, and any aspects that your Venus is making, it's going to basically have a little touch of the devil with it. Now, if you are religious, this may seem like it's something negative, but it's actually not. What you're doing is you're looking at your greatest sins, right? The original sin. That's what Venus holds in the birth chart. Venus holds that original sin of yours. There was a series that was on television called Lucifer Morningstar on TV. It lasted from like 2016 to 2021, where there was an actor called Tom Ellis. And he's a Scorpio. He played Lucifer in the show. And he basically is helping this woman solve these crimes while he is decided to live on earth, and he does not want to go back to hell. He does not want to be punished and condemned anymore. He wants to live amongst the humans. So he goes up and he's helping this cop, solve all these crimes. And I'm observing this show and I'm like, this is Venus, the way that everything was being interpreted, the attraction that he has to danger, but also the attraction that people have to him, the fact that they give him their dirty secrets and their desires. That's a very Venetian thing. So I went in and I pulled up Tom Ellis's birth chart, and he's born November 17th. He's a Scorpio. Not only is he born in the Pluto and Libra generation, which is basically Venus in the underworld. If you are born from the Pluto and Libra generation, you are born with a Venus in the underworld touch, basically. So not only does he have a Pluto and Libra, but he also has his Venus in Scorpio retrograde. Okay, retrograde at the 9th degree. I mean, I could not make this stuff up if I wanted to. And he depicts his experience in that series. If you really want to understand, try to go and watch that series. It's going to give you a better perspective of what I'm trying to say in terms of visually seeing it, so you can understand, because it is literally on point, whoever wrote that. So in the fall of Lucifer, Lucifer also had other angels come with him. So Venus always has followers. If you notice, Venus always has people that want to be around her, no matter what. If she's beautiful, if she's dark, if she's light, there's always going to be people that are going to follow Venus or want to be around Venus. I'm going to try to do some more videos about this because I have a Venus in Libra, and jealousy, envy, All these things that I've talked about have been a very big theme. Not only do I have Venus in Libra, I have it in the 12th house. So I'm a 12th house Venus native, and I have observed as well as experienced some of these things that I'm talking to, as well as other clients that I've seen. I have seen that Venus is a very big part in the chart in terms of the devil. Okay, it's really important that you examine Venus, because she's going to show you how you're going to want to get the things you value in life, and you may even be an angel or devil trying to do that. All right, so thank you guys for listening, and I'll try to put some more videos out about this. And if you would like to book a reading, or you like to look at your Venus and your birth chart, you can send me an email. I'm going to leave my contact in the description box. All right, guys, bye.